born as a bit part in a crowded scene, a faded photograph in a magazine. My lines were whispers, my costume was gray, just a shadow puppet in someone else's play. The script was written in a stranger's hand, a language I could barely understand. I learned the words, I hit the marks on cue, but the person on the screen I never knew. I was living in the margins, in the Ghostwriters Ink, drifting through the story, on the edge, on the brink. Every word I ever spoke was borrowed, not my own. A silent actor on a silent throne, just a footnote in the epic, a detail in the set, a life of quiet pantomime and deep regret. The plot moved on, the pages turned so fast, a future built on echoes of the past. My motivations were a mystery to me, just following a pre-written destiny. They told me who to love and who to hate, how to walk, how to talk, how to accept my fate. I smiled on camera, but behind the art was a hollow space where I should have a heart. I was living in the margins, in the Ghostwriters Ink, drifting through the story, on the edge, on the brink. Every word I ever spoke was borrowed, not my own. A silent actor on a silent throne, just a footnote in the epic, a detail in the set, a life of quiet pantomime and deep regret. But a flicker in the dark, a scratch upon the film, a sudden jarring silence in this phantom realm. A thought that wasn't scripted, a feeling out of place, a question mark appearing on my empty face. What if the ink was mine to spill? The ghost is getting tired, the pen is getting heavy. I feel a tremor in my head, the story's final levy. Another sunrise, another page is turned, another lesson I supposedly have learned. They hand me the dialogue, neat and clean. Be grateful, be quiet, don't make a scene. I've lived in parentheses and a side on the stage, trapped in the binding of a gilded cage. My voice was an echo, my thoughts were on loan, a garden of flowers I had not sown. But this is an unwritten page, a chapter yet to start, a sudden racing tempo in my silent heart. The ink wells full, the pen is in my hand, a story only I can understand. There's a tremor in the plot, a deviation from the norm, the quiet before the coming of the storm. This is an unwritten page, and the author's finally home. I look at the old scripts, the lines I used to say, and see the character I was yesterday, a supporting role designed to lift the star, never questioning what my own motives are. But the hero of their story made me small, a pretty portrait hanging on a wall, and I'm taking down the frame, I'm letting the canvas fall. Because this is an unwritten page, a chapter yet to start, a sudden racing tempo in my silent heart. The ink wells full, the pen is in my hand, a story only I can understand. There's a tremor in the plot, a deviation from the norm, the quiet before the coming of the storm. This is an unwritten page, and the author's finally home. It's terrifying, this expanse of white, no director's voice to tell me wrong from right, just the sound of my own breathing, the beat of my own blood, a rising tide, a cinematic flood. Let it begin. Just one word, then the next. I lean in close and I write. I hear a voice in the static of the rain, the phantom limb that still remembers pain. You're the narrator of my younger years, the source of all my automatic fears. You tell me I should stay inside my lane, that breaking character will bring me pain. You're the reason that I learned to be so small, the ghost that haunts the casting hall. This is a dialogue with a ghost I have to end on your narrative.
portrait of my youthful misdirection. You tell me that I owe my life to you for all the things you saved me from. It's true. You built the walls and called them safety's arms. You silenced me and called it shelter from life's harms. But a gilded cage is still a cage, I see. And your protection was a prison for me. This is a dialogue with a ghost I have to end. On your narrative, my future can't depend. I'm thanking you for the role you played for me. But this is my scene now, and I'm setting myself free. Your lines are memorized, but they've lost all their art. It's time to write the epilogue and let the new part start. I'm not killing you, I'm just letting you fade like a forgotten memory, a promise unmade. The credits roll on the person I was then. I'll never have to play that part again. Goodbye. They gave me a script that was tattered and torn, with scenes of compliance since the day I was born. The plot had more holes than a fisherman's net, full of pointless suffering and endless regret. The character to rock was a flat, boring line. Her only purpose was to make others shine. I read it all once, then I read it all twice, and decided the author gave terrible advice. So I'm taking out the editor's red pen. I'm slashing through the scenes of what might have been. I'm cutting every character that held me back, leaving nothing but white space on this narrative track. No more weak dialogue, no more tragic flaws. I'm rewriting the story by my own laws. With the editor's red pen sharp and so clean, I'm creating the greatest damn hero you've seen. This chapter on guilt is the first thing to go, and the sequel regret a definitive no. The subplot of fear was a tedious bore. I'm ripping that page right out, not wanting more. The love interest who demanded I shrink, he's gone from the story in less than a blink. Every villain disguised as a helping hand is erased from the plot, their power now banned. 'Cause I'm taking out the editor's red pen. I'm slashing through the scenes of what might have been. I'm cutting every character craft is leaner, it's stronger, it's true. There's nothing left in it that I didn't choose. The story is clearer, the message is bright. I'm stepping out of the darkness and into the light. It's
I'm standing on a mark taped to the floor, but I don't know who I'm standing here for. The lights are hot, the camera's in my face. I feel like a specimen in this place. They want a tear, but they don't want the pain. They want the sunshine, but they don't want the rain. Just hit the key light, say the lines and go. Another perfect take for the puppet show. But what if I miss my cue? What if I break the fourth wall? What if I tell the truth and let the whole set fall? This isn't a performance, this is my own skin. The story I was given is wearing thin. I'm throwing out the script, I'm going off the book, giving the audience a real honest look. This is my close-up, there's nowhere left to hide. With all my beautiful, messy truth inside. They powdered my face to hide the sleepless nights. They wrote me dialogue full of polite delights. They gave me a backstory sanitized and clean. The most agreeable person you've ever seen. But my throat is raw from all the words I've swallowed. My heart is bruised, my spirit has been hollowed. And I can't pretend for one more minute here. My real voice is screaming loud and clear. So what if I miss my cue? What if I break the fourth wall? What if I tell the truth and let the whole set fall? This isn't a performance, this is my own skin. The story I was given is wearing thin. I'm throwing out the script, I'm going off the book, giving the audience a real honest look. This is my close-up, there's nowhere left to hide. With all my beautiful, messy truth inside. Let the cameras roll, let them capture the quake. For the first time I'm doing this for my own sake. No more acting, no more hiding the scars. I'm the unedited version of my memoirs. My close-up, my truth, my moment, unscripted.
was running on a loop for years, a black and white recording of my fears. The same old story, the same satire, and the character I could no longer defend. I was the victim, the damsel in distress. My only function was to clean a mess, or be the tragic figure, noble and so weak, the silent heroine who does not speak. But I stepped into the projector's light and rewrote the future, burning ever so bright. I changed the colors, turned the saturation high, and cast a different shadow in the sky. Now I'm the hero, I'm the one who saves the day. I melted down the film and did it my own way. I am the focus pole, the sudden stunning turn, a lesson that the old god has to learn. The audience was used to seeing me cry, to watch me falter, to watch me nearly die. They bought their tickets for my tragedy, a predictable and sad trajectory. But tonight the story takes a different route. I'm kicking down the doors and letting myself out. No more fainting spells, no more pathetic pleas. I'm bringing this whole crooked house down to its knees. 'Cause I stepped into the projector's light and rewrote the future, burning ever so bright. I changed the colors, turned the saturation high, and cast a different shadow in the sky. Now I'm the hero, I'm the one who saves the day. I melted down the film and did it my own way. I am the focus pole, the sudden stunning turn, a lesson that the old god has to learn. The light is warm, it feels like coming home to a version of myself I've always known. Was waiting in the darkness, waiting for a sign to step into the frame and make the story mine. I know exactly who I am in the projector's light. I know exactly who I am, and the future's I used to wait for my instructions, wait for the call, ready to run and catch a star about to fall. I learned the jargon, I knew everyone's name, a tiny cog inside a giant moving game. I brought the coffee, I held the boom mic high, and watched the heroes through a camera's eye. I saw the strings, I saw the puppet master's hand, and I started to form my own secret plan. Now I'm in the villain of my past is now a comic relief. His monologue is shortened, his screen time is brief. The supporting cast who cheered me on and helped me grow are getting their own spin-offs, their own damn show. I'm in control of the narrative's flow, deciding who will stay and who will have to go. 'Cause I'm in the director's chair, I'm calling all the shots, I'm tying up the loose ends and connecting all the dots. I'm the one who yells action, the one who yells cut. I trust my own vision, I follow my gut. This whole production is a world of my design. Every single frame, every single line, from this new perspective, the picture's clear to see. The one in the director's chair is finally me. No more compromises, no more notes from the top. This is my movie, and the climb will never stop. I have the final say, I have the final cut. Building my own world from the ground up. Quiet on the set. I know exactly who I am. The director is me. Action! They told me my story was a low-budget indie flick, a limited release over way too quick, a tragedy, a cautionary tale at best, just a stepping stone for someone else's quest. I played the part, I believed it was true, that my only value was in serving you, but I got tired of the role, I got tired of the lies, and I saw a new potential in my own eyes. 'Cause this scene is mine, I'm taking center stage, I'm tearing out the script and turning a new page. The spotlight's on me, I'm not afraid to shine. This moment, this victory, this life is finally mine. I wrote my own life. cameras rolling. Action.
I used to be a voice in the ensemble swell, a single blended note you couldn't really tell if I was there or not. I just filled out the sound on this elaborate stage, this hallowed ground. My big scene was a single tearful line, a moment of despair that wasn't really mine. I was the catalyst for the real hero's quest, just a plot device to put him to the test. But this is the hero's monologue, and the stage is all my own. A story of a kingdom I have built from stone. I'm not speaking for the fallen or the one who got away. I'm speaking for the person that I am today. There's no one left to interrupt, no one to steal my light, just my own true words, burning ever so bright. This is the hero's monologue. Listen close and hear the death of all my doubt, the death of all my fear. I'm recounting the battles that I fought inside, the secret lonely places where I used to hide. I'm explaining the scars that you were never meant to see, and the brutal bloody war that set my spirit free. This is an exposition for another's gain. This is the architecture of my joy the truth, my truth, the I've sat through 1,000 movies in the dark and watched the hero's journey make its mark. I've seen the names go scrolling up the screen, a list of people I have never been. Director, producer, the gaffer, and the grid, each one a master of their own great ship. I always stayed until the house lights came alive and dreamed of the day my own name would arrive. And now I see it, my it's more than just a name, it's more than just a role, it's the validation of my very heart and soul. I didn't just act it out, I didn't just pretend. I wrote the story from the start until the end. And as the final music starts to play and swell, my name's in the credits and all is finally well. I remember all the people who said no, who told me there was nowhere I could go. They said my story wasn't interesting enough, my character was weak, my ideas were fluff. They tried to change the ending, twist the plot around, to bury my true voice beneath the ground. But I held on to the script, I refused to let it go, and now my name is there for all the world to know. And now I see it, my name in the credits, bold and bright.
directed by me, starring me finally.
The final scene is played, the music starts to fade, a bittersweet and beautiful parade of memories and moments, triumphs and mistakes, for goodness and for heaven's sakes. I've watched the story of my past unfold, a tale of being young and being bold, a tale of being broken, being scared and lost. And I understand now what it all has cost. And the credits roll on yesterday, the house lights coming on. I can see the hero that I was and the battles that she won. I can see her flaws and all her fears, her foolish youthful pride. And there's nothing left to do but feel a sense of peace inside. It wasn't a tragedy, it wasn't a great art, it was just a story of a broken, healing heart. And as the final credits roll on yesterday's sad song, I know that this is where I finally belong. The audience is gone now, the theater's cold and vast, the remnants of a story that is built to last. In the archives of my mind, in the museum of my soul, a chapter that has finally made me whole. I'm not ashamed of the character I played, or the clumsy, awkward choices that I made. She was doing her best with the script she had been given, a life that was directed and a life that was unwritten in. And the credits roll on yesterday, the house lights coming on. I can see the hero that I was and the battles that she won. I can see her flaws and all her fears, her foolish youthful pride. And there's nothing left to do but feel a sense of peace inside. It wasn't a tragedy, it wasn't a great art, it was just a story of a broken, healing heart. And as the final credits roll on yesterday's sad song, I know that this is where I finally belong. I'm leaving the theater, I'm stepping into the night. The air is cool and clean, the stars are sharp and bright. The movie's over, but my life is just in view. The story isn't over, it's starting somewhere new. The screen is dark and silent, theater's getting cold. A story has been finished, a new one can be told. The critics have all gone home. The reviews are in the past. The box office numbers were never meant to last. The story that I wrote has been told and has been heard. I've analyzed and processed every single word. There's a strange and lovely quiet, a peaceful empty space, a calm and gentle smile has settled on my face. There's no more conflict, no more rising action to be found. Just a gentle, rhythmic, peaceful, hopeful sound. This is an open-ended finale, not a happily ever after. It's a quiet room that's now filled with my own laughter. There's no the end written in a fancy final script, just a promise of a future that has not yet been equipped with villains or with heroes, with sorrow or with bliss. It starts and ends with nothing more than just a simple kiss of sunlight on my face, a new day's gentle art. This is an open-ended finale for my heart. I could write a sequel, I could write a brand new play, or I could just sit here and watch the light all day. The pressure is all gone now, the need to prove my worth. I've found my little piece of heaven here on earth. My character's not static, she'll continue now to grow in ways the original script could never know. She's not defined by trauma, she's not defined by pain. She's walking in the sunshine, she's dancing in the rain. This is an open-ended finale, not a happily ever after. It's a quiet room that's now filled with my own laughter. There's no the end written in a fancy final script, just a promise of a future that has not yet been equipped with villains or with heroes, with sorrow or with bliss. It starts and ends with nothing more than just a simple kiss of sunlight on my face, a new day's gentle art. This is an open-ended finale for my heart. The story 'cause I'm the one who's writing it, and so much more. It just begins again and again and again, to be continued. I was the best supporting actress in a long-running show, taught to hit my marks and go with the flow. My main objective was to make the lead look good, to nod and smile and act just like I should. My wardrobe was beige, my lines are so few. Yes, dear, of course, dear, whatever you wanna do. I was the backdrop, the scenery, the set, a living prop, the safest, dullest bet. But I started changing, the blocking in my head, imagined all the daring things I could have said. A different camera angle, a more dramatic light, a sudden plot twist in the middle of the night. It was a quiet insurrection, a mutiny of one. My time as second fiddle was completely done. I was changing the blocking, moving center stage, ready to break out of my pretty little cage. I'd stand a little closer to the hero's light, steal a little focus with all of my might. I'd pause a little longer before I said my line, a silent hint that the next thought was mine. They didn't notice, or they chose to ignore. The supporting character wasn't supporting anymore. She was becoming something they could not control, a brand new protagonist with a brand new soul. 'Cause I started changing, the blocking in my head, imagined all the daring things I could have said. A different camera angle, a more dramatic light, a sudden plot twist in the middle of the night. It was a quiet insurrection, a mutiny of one. My time as second fiddle was completely done. I was changing the blocking, moving center stage, ready to break out of my pretty little cage. One small step out of place can change the entire scene, redefine the narrative of what has always been. A single willful movement is all it really takes to trigger a landslide, for goodness sakes. Watch me move, watch me change the view. I'm not where you left me, my new scene is coming through. You did. The dailies of my life were bleak and gray, a slow depressing film of yesterday. The pacing was a funeral, dreary march. The dialogue was stiff and full of stars. The continuity was perfect, every scene the same, a boring, predictable and pointless game. I watched it back and felt a wave of dread. This movie's better if it's left for dead. So I'm in the cutting room with scissors in my hand, making a collage I can understand. I'm splicing trauma next to comedy, creating a chaotic, beautiful every single lie, and looping the one time I taught myself to fly. I'm using the sad scenes to make the happy ones more bright. A juxtaposition of the darkness and the light. A jump cut from a funeral to a wild, joyful dance. A slow motion replay of a second chance. I'm the editor, and I will not be kind to the boring, timid person I have left behind. 'Cause I'm in the cutting room with scissors in my hand, making a collage I can understand. I'm splicing trauma next to comedy, creating a chaotic, beautiful new me. This is the final cut, a montage of my soul, a story that is jagged but is finally whole. I'm taking all the pieces, the good, the bad, the mad, the best damn movie that I've ever had. It might not make sense to anyone but me, this frantic, messy visual poetry, but it's honest and it's real and it's mine alone. The story of a queen who built her own damn throne. Snip, splice, tape, my great escape. It's a masterpiece, my beautiful release.
My life was set to music I did not compose, a melancholy tune of highs and lows, a soundtrack written by somebody else to keep me trapped inside their little cells. The violins would swell when I was meant to cry, a lonely trumpet for each sad goodbye. The rhythm was a march I had to keep in time, a melody that never felt like mine. But I'm writing my own score now, a symphony for me, a song of liberation, wild and free. The tempo is the beat of my own wild heart, a brand new composition, a brand new work of art. I'm the conductor and the orchestra, the singer and the song. This is the music of where I belong. I'm writing my own score now, and the sound is clear and true. It's my overture to everything I crescendo of my own design, a powerful and resonant bass line. There's a solo for my laughter, a harmony for my pain, a bridge that builds from sunshine after all the rain. Each note is a decision, each rest is a choice, the sound of my own soul finding its own voice. 'Cause I'm writing my own score now, a symphony for me, a song of liberation, wild and free. The tempo is the beating, my own wild heart, a brand new composition, a brand new work of art. I'm the conductor and the orchestra, the singer and the song. This is the music of where I belong. I'm writing my own score now, and the sound is clear and true. It's my overture to everything I'm yet to do. Let the world listen or just turn away. I'm gonna play my music anyway. It's the anthem of my spirit, the ballad of my quest, putting my own brave and hopeful heart to the test. Listen, can you hear it? My song playing all I blame the director for the lines I had to say. I blame the writer for the plot that went astray. I blame the lighting guy for my unflattering scenes. I blame the costumer for my ill-fitting jeans. I blame my co-stars for stealing all the praise, for my own inertia in a comfortable haze. I had an excuse for every single flaw. It was everyone else's fault, that was my only law. But now the only name on the call sheet is my own. For every luck, no more hiding in the wings. I'm owning all the joy and all the pain it brings. 'Cause now the only name on the call sheet is my own. For every single victory and every seed I've sown, I'm the producer and the writer and the star, responsible for who I am and who I are. There's no one left to credit, there's no one left to blame. I'm the only one who's playing in this brand new game. The name on the call sheet is finally clear to see. The only one responsible is me. It's a terrifying freedom, a dizzying high view, to know that everything that happens is because of you. But it's better than the prison of a blameless, passive life. I'd rather hold the power and I'd rather hold the knife. My name on the sheet, my life My story had a formula, a structure to obey. Inciting an incident, rise in action, come what may. A climax in the third act, a neat and tidy bow, a predictable, acceptable, and profitable show. I hit every plot point, I fulfilled the prophecy of the tragic wounded hero the world wanted me to be. I followed the breadcrumbs, I stayed upon the path, and I enjoyed the studio's executive rap. But I'm going off script, I'm improvising my own way. I'm ignoring what the writer and director have to say. I'm finding my own story in the spaces in between. The most authentic character you have ever seen. This is my ad-lib, my spontaneous design, a glorious and messy truth that's finally mine. I'm going off script, I don't care if I fall. I'm ready to risk it and to give my all. They're yelling in my earpiece, they're telling me to stop, to get back to the story, get back to the top. But their voices are distorted, they're fading out of range, as I embrace the beautiful, the wonderful, the strange. I'm talking to the extras, I'm exploring the whole set, finding hidden trapdoors that I hadn't found yet. I'm rewriting my motivation in the middle of the scene, a glorious, defiant, self-made rebel queen. 'Cause I'm going off script, I'm improvising my own way. I'm ignoring what the writer and director have to say. I'm finding my own story in the spaces in between. The most authentic character you have ever seen. This is my ad-lib, my spontaneous design, a glorious and messy truth that's finally mine. I'm going off script, I don't care if I fall. I'm ready to risk it and to give my all. Maybe it's a failure, maybe it's a mess, but it's a masterpiece of my own happiness. No more constraints, no more playing a part, just the wild, unwritten beating of my heart. No script, no lines, just my own designs. Watch me shine. No script, sunsets and painted skies, a fragile little prison for my heart and for my eyes. They said my story would be gone without a trace, a fleeting little drama in this temporary space. They told me I was transient, a trend that wouldn't last, a footnote in the story of a much more important cast. My legacy was nothing, my impact would be small, just another faded poster on a soon-to-be wrecked wall. But I'm carving my own story in stone for all the world to see, a testament to everything they couldn't take from me. This is not a tale that fades with failing light. This is a legend written with my soul and with my mind. The wind and the rain will come, the ages will roll by, but my story will be waiting underneath the endless sky. I'm carving my own story in stone, a landmark strong and true for every other hero who needs to see it through. Every choice I made was a chisel in my hand to shape a different narrative in this unforgiving land. Every tear I cried was water on the stone to soften it and make the space my very own. Every time I stood up when they tried to knock me down, I carved another symbol of my own defiant crown. This is not a story that you can erase or burn. It's a fundamental lesson that the universe will learn. 'Cause I'm carving my own story in stone for all the world to see, a testament to everything they couldn't take from me. This is not a tale that fades with failing light. This is a legend written with my soul and with my mind. The wind and rain will come, the ages will roll by, but my story will be waiting underneath the endless sky. I'm carving my own story in stone, a landmark strong and true for every other hero who needs to see it through. Let them have their celluloid, their flickering, fading dreams. I'm building my own epic by my own immortal means, a story that will echo when all their films are dust. In my own strength and my own will, I place my sacred trust. In my story is my home, forever known.